Hi all. In this video, I'll be listing out and explaining various documents that you require while applying for Irish student visa. So I'll be listing out all the documents on the screen and I'll explain regarding the various documents. So firstly, application summary documents, and the first document in this section is AWAT's application summary form. So AWAT's application summary form is an online form where you need to fill out all your details, and once you fill out all your details and submit it, you'll get a final form, which is a 2-page PDF. You just need to print it out and sign on that. And initially, when you start filling out this AWAT's application form, you'll get an IRL registration number, and this registration number is very much important. You need to make a note of it, and it's very much important in the due process, and also you need to mention that in other documents. So after this document, we have VFS appointment and VFS fee receipt. So you need to book your visa slot with VFS, and once you've done that, you'll get an appointment letter, like a confirmation. And to book the appointment, you need to make the fee payment, and you need to provide that fee receipt also. And then the fourth document in this section is supplementary visa form. Supplementary visa form is one of the most important visa form in the all documents, just as the AWAT's form. Even this is just as AWAT's form, even supplementary visa form is a big form, like 10 pages. You need to mention all your details, college details, financial details, and all other. So yeah, and then comes the SOP. So SOP to visa is a little bit different than what you provide to the college. And then the CV, Ireland visa size photo. So Ireland visa size photo, it has particular dimensions and what backgrounds you can use, and all these details regarding the Ireland visa size photo are mentioned in the Ireland visa website. I'll be mentioning that website in the description of the video. And the next document is police clearance certificate, also called as PCC. So this is a certificate in which the police department declares that they have conducted a little bit investigation on you, and they're declaring that there are no criminal charges against you right now, and you are eligible to fly to Ireland for the education purpose. And getting this PCC certificate has its own process. It takes a month or two time, and you need to book an appointment at the PSK, and once that's done, you need to go and submit forms at PSK, and after that a police officer will come to your residence just to ask you a few questions, and after that the PCC is issued by a post. All this procedure will take almost a month or two, and your consultant should help you with this, explaining about the PCC, and also while you're filling AWAT's application form and self-declaration and booking appointment. And then comes the college unconditional offer. So usually in Ireland, when colleges are issuing admission offers to students, they issue two types of offers: conditional offer and unconditional offer. So you need your unconditional offer while making an application for the visa. And then comes your English language test result. In my case, I have taken PTE test. I provided the scorecard of that. You can provide whatever test result you have taken. And next document is your insurance cover document. So while you're studying in Ireland, you need insurance cover, and in my particular case, I've taken insurance from Study and Protect. So they're an Irish insurance provider company. So I've taken that because my consultant recommended it. Now comes the highly important section, financial documents. So the first document is financial cover letter. In financial cover letter, you'll be declaring all of your finances, just providing a summary of all of your finances, which you're showing as funds for the visa purpose. And next comes the summary of finances form. So summary of finances form, this form is recently introduced by the Irish government. And prior to this, all the consultants used to give the financial cover letter in which all the finances are just summaried in a tabulated form. But now the summary of finances does that, so you can submit both or only the summary of finances. As my consultant recommended to submit both, I've done both. So financial cover letter, and then comes the summary of finances form, and then is 6 months bank statement of the sponsor, and balance certificate. So the different balance certificate, in this particular document, the bank will declare that in the particular bank account of this particular person there is X amount on that particular date, which is equal to the Y euros. So the X in INR and Y amount in euros, and it will be provided by the bank. So 6 months bank statement of the sponsor and also balance certificate of that particular account. And in my case, as I was showing some of the funds from my personal account, I provided the 6 months bank statement of mine and also balance certificate of my savings account. I've also used a fixed deposit of my father to show as a fund. So in this particular, for fixed deposit, I will show the fixed deposit receipt, transaction history of the receipt. It's more like a statement of the FD, and then FD bank letter just saying that this particular person holds particular FD with account number this and this amount which will mature on this date. Just an extra letter. And after that, sponsorship affidavit. So sponsorship affidavit is a legal document in which sponsor will declare that he or she gonna sponsor you for your studies in Ireland. So that's a sponsorship affidavit. And then comes the net worth certificate. In net worth certificate, you can get it from any of your local CA. In this particular document, the CA will declare that the particular person or the sponsor has all these assets on his name, and in INR this is the amount, and in euros this is the amount, and as of this day this particular person holds all these assets and his net worth is this much in INR and this much in euros. That's about the net worth certificate. And if you are availing any education loans from bank or any other loan from the bank, you need the loan sanction letter, loan disbursement letter. And after that, if you're using any collateral for the particular bank loan, you need to provide the land documents of the collateral. If you're using a land or house, you need to provide the land documents of that collateral. And also in my case, like usually when a bank is sanctioning loan, they'll ask for the valuation report of the collateral, especially when you're using a house or land. So in my case, I've actually used our residential house as a collateral. So we provided our land documents of the house and also valuation report of the house. So last two documents, these land documents of the collateral and valuation report of the collateral, that they could be optional. So this is about the financial documents. And one more important thing regarding the funds are, in my case, I provided funds from the savings account of my savings account and my father's savings account, and education loan from bank, and also a fixed deposit of my father. So these are the funds I've used. So as per that, I've listed the documents. If you're using any other sources such as PF money and any other, kindly discuss that with your consultant, and they should help you out with this. So the next step is the employment documents. So in my particular case, I've actually worked after my bachelor's degree for like 8 months. I worked full time. So documents in relation to my employment, such as my employment offer letter, my experience letter, my relieving letter, and my salary slips of the past 6 months prior to the application. So I provided relieving letter because as I've resigned by the time I've applied to the visa. So, and again, this depends on person to person. If you have done any employment, you can provide these documents. If not, no. And then comes the ITR of the sponsor. So 3 years of ITR of the sponsor is required. And in my particular case, as my father is conducting a business and also doing agriculture, I provided documents 6 and 7. So document 6 is agricultural income certificate of the sponsor, and it's provided by the Tahsildar, or also called as MRO. And as my father has a business, I provided the certificate of registration of this particular business. So the income from both agricultural income and the business income are declared in ITR. Just as additional proof, I've still provided document 6 and 7. And apart from ITR, all other documents depends on person to person. Suppose if your sponsor is carrying out an employment, instead of document 6 and 7, you can just provide the salary slips of the sponsor. And also I provided employment documents because you need to account for any gaps after your studies and before coming to Ireland. So In my particular case, there was a gap of almost 11 months. So that's the reason, and I worked for like 8 to 9 months, and that's the reason I uploaded all my employment documents there. If you have done any other internships or any other certifications, you need to show that. So next section is education documents. You need to provide all of your education documents from your 10th to till now. So in my case, as I've done my bachelor's degree, I provided my 10th marks card, pass certificate, 12th long memo, and all my bachelor degree transcripts, mark sheets, provisional degree certificate. So when I was applying to my bachelor's degree, there was a gap of almost an year to or 11 months of gap from finishing my bachelor's degree and applying for visa. So that's the reason I could get my provisional degree certificate and degree certificate. In your case, you could be in your final year or waiting for your results when applying for the visa. In that case, you can just provide your provisional results. You can, yeah, but you can discuss the same with your consultant. Kindly reach out to your consultant and ask that concerned person to what all documents need to be provided if you're in the final year and waiting for your results. And then comes the fee receipts. So all the fee payment that you have done to the college till now you need to provide all those receipts. So usually it's 50% of the fee. You need to pay 50% of your fee, and again it depends on the college or the offer, but the general rule of thumb is you need to pay 50% of your fee prior to applying for the visa when you're an Indian. And next up is delivery report. Delivery report is that's nothing but as I've paid my fee using my bank loan. So my particular bank has actually paid from my loan account to the college account directly. They didn't not disburse the money to my personal account. So that's the reason I provided a delivery report, which is like a SWIFT copy. You can once the transaction is done, you can get it from your bank. It's called a SWIFT copy. So yeah, I've included these also in the education document. And now we are almost at the end of it. So the next document is applicant's passport. You need to provide your original passport, and you also need to provide the xerox of your passport. And after that, then the applicant's other government IDs such as Aadhaar card, PAN card, driving license, all are available. Provide them. Of course, all these three are the common one: Aadhaar card, PAN card, and driving license of the applicant. And then comes the IDs of the sponsor. You can provide any of it: so passport, Aadhaar, PAN card. So these are all the documents that I have submitted for my Irish student visa while applying for masters. And depending on the person to person and case to case basis, few of the documents mentioned in this particular list might not be required, or additional documents might be required. So kindly speak to your concerned consultant and sort out all the documents. Thank you for watching.